What remains of Edith Finch?
A lot of this isn't going to make sense to you, and I'm sorry about that. I'm just going to start at the beginning, with the house.
Oh.
Boo boo. LeBron, did you die?
No.
I lived here until I was 11,
No.
but I wasn't allowed
They wanted
inside
boys
half
to like
the rooms.
masturbating and stuff like that because it kills like kids or whatever. Yeah.
Inside the mailbox were bills from 7 years ago, marked urgent.
Faggots grab onto me, bro, because they suck at the game.
Oh, I see you, LeBron.
Going back and forth. I don't care if I fall. Or not fall.
Funeral.
Sorry.
Well, this is Fall Guys.
Just keep on going.
In her will,
Sorry, that
my
was
mother left me a
corny.
key, but didn't
Not
tell me
really.
what it
It's
unlocked.
kind of fun.
Maybe she thought I'd know. Or
Yeah, let's go!
to bring me back.
Boy, we do
To be
this
honest, I think
shit.
I mastered. To be honest, I think I mastered this. All you gotta do is keep on going back and forth.
Yeah, if you keep going back and forth and not get hit by anyone, you should be fine. And if you see those really long ones, just keep staying on those. Just stay on those ones and keep going down.
I switch because when the short ones come, I think that the thing's almost done the whole one.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Okay.
This
Dear.
should be... We're playing Telltale. This is so good. This is the one I really hate though. This is the only...
The truth is,
Oh, there's a person with a tail behind
even
me.
after I inherited the house,
Oh no!
I never thought
Swear
I'd
to
go
God,
back
LeBron.
it. But now I had questions about my family that only the house knew the answers to. The house was exactly like I remembered it, the way I'd been dreaming about it.
Give me that. Run. Run, nigga, run. Oh, fuck you. Stupid chicken. Come here,
As a
boy.
child, the house made me uncomfortable
Get my
in a
tail
way
back.
I couldn't put into words.
Bitch! What?
Now, as a 17-year-old, I knew exactly what those words were. I was afraid of the house. I hoped the key might unlock the front door. It didn't. Looking in, I felt like the house itself had been waiting for me.
This is so fucking gay. No! Bruh! That's so unfucking fair.
Crawling through the doggy door used to be a lot
Like
easier when I was
couldn't
11.
have it for less than 2 seconds, and they were able to take it off me without me even running. Because
Like earlier?
they can fucking grab you.
Like, always in the morning, I have to do it. I don't know.
For the first time in years,
It's a habit.
Yeah, same.
I felt like I was home.
And before I go to bed, because it makes me
Actually, I waited a couple
But
days.
instead of a family, there were just memories
I can't
of
wait
one.
a couple days.
I waited a couple days because then it just doesn't feel good at all.
Like how only one restaurant
You're
would
right.
deliver to our house, so we had Chinese a lot.
She was probably over there with a disgusted face.
The table was
Oh,
still a wreck from
I'm,
the night we left.
I'm playing
It
Edith
was like a bomb
Finch.
had gone off, killing everyone but sparing the furniture.
I knew you were like, what the fuck in the background?
Oh wait, she's broadcasting this. Oh.
Oh shit.
Nothing in the house
What?
looked abnormal.
I didn't say anything.
There was just too
No, I
much
don't care.
of
I'll
it.
tell the world.
Like a smile with too many teeth.
Hard body.
Smile with too many teeth. Aw, I
This is
hate
why
that.
Siri doesn't stream anymore.
Yeah,
I mean, when
stop
I say-
streaming with you guys.
I'm not even gonna cap you. I say weird stuff on my own stream.
Okay, but this is my stream. It's not family
Then why
friendly
sell
by
this
all
to-
means.
You said it's not family friendly. I can't be family friendly.
Great Grandpa Sven built a music box for Barbara, along with the rest of the house.
I wouldn't even. What's her name?
Hey, LeBron.
Hmm.
Wanna play some Fortnite?
Oh no.
Mom always told me to stay out of the basement, so I wasn't too surprised when the key didn't
You
fit.
wanna play some PUBG?
Nah, actually, why not? I need to get better at that game.
Nigga doo-doo dom.
Damn.
Bro, it has horrible graphics. That's the only reason why you can't tell. I
A
thought
lot
it
of things
looked
got
good.
left behind in the whirlwind of that last night.
Oh, that's sad.
I
What
kinda
is,
like that.
After Milton disappeared,
I
Mom
actually
sealed
like
up all
that.
the
So,
bedrooms.
everyone in
Then Edie
Edith.
retaliated and drilled
Oh, I
peepholes.
remember that. That's the one where everyone basically dies and you basically get killed.
Do I have that game downloaded? Oh wait, LeBron,
Yeah.
do you have Realm Royale downloaded?
No, I deleted that a very long time ago.
You should download it again.
The last time I was in Edith Senior's room,
It shouldn't take
I
that
was
long.
10
It's only
when she was painting my
6.96
portrait.
gigabytes. It'll take like 5 minutes.
So, do you have For Honor? Because I re-downloaded that game.
I don't have For Honor.
That game is god. I used to be like,
Stephen Hofstand Finch, 1915 to 1964.
I like
Edith.
playing scary games, but it scares me. Like, I like playing scary games,
As a
but
kid,
it
I just
freaking
assumed
lets
every
me.
house had peepholes and sealed rooms you
You
weren't
should
allowed
download
inside
what?
of.
Realm Royale?
It's just like a really sad story.
It's supposed to be.
Calvin.
My grandpa Sam spent 7 years sharing a room with his dead brother.
Why watch something
Calvin.
that's super sad?
Poor souls.
A movie that Steel. You ever like that, Evan?
What's up?
I'm over
You ever heard of a movie called Real Steel?
Yeah, I watched it.
One of the best movies of all time,
Molly.
right?
Molly always seemed like a girl I could imagine being friends with. If
I like
she
when the
hadn't
robots
died
fight
in
against each other.
1947.
Molly would always seem to be like a person,
I
though.
mean, I feel bad for you because you just let out all your business on the broadcast.
I don't care.
Yours,
Whenever people ask me about my family,
I don't
You're
know
the
why.
first thing they always want to know about
You're a
is
simp.
Barbara.
You're a simp.
Okay, I'm
You're a simp.
downloading it right now, so I'm just gonna close out this application so I can go.
Barbara was a movie star.
Barbara was a child star for
Really
2
live
years.
stream is if
Until
it's like a good
America
story
grew
mode and
up.
I really want to download like want to live stream it. Cause my uncle's like, Evan, my uncle's like into like sword fighting games,
Mom must
you know,
have
like
locked their four
anime
stairs
like
in the
sword
night
fighting
left.
games things. I don't know what it said. Yeah, it's like that. He likes having sword fighting games and stuff like that. So sometimes I'll like upload videos so you can look at them.
I spent a lot of time playing in Great Uncle Walter's room. I think my mom sometimes regretted not sealing it up.
Lewis told me there were secret passages,
It's
but I
gonna
never
take
followed
34
them.
minutes. Evan,
Turns out, my mom was really good at keeping
Yo, what's up?
secrets.
During the download, y'all play a little bit of Among
Now it
Us.
was time to find out what my mom had been afraid
Sure, why
of.
not?
Yeah, there's someone good to
I'll just play on my phone.
Okay.
From the paintings on the wall, it was clear my brother Milton had been here before me.
I've been watching YouTubers a little bit.
Reading
Like,
this,
better stats and
maybe it
stuff
sounds
like
like I had a plan.
that. Y'all know what's crazy, Evan?
What's up?
When I was playing,
I
a
had no
dude
idea
caught
what
me
was
twice
happening.
murdering somebody. He
That's
reported me twice, and I had to lie.
Just like I had no
A
idea what all
lot.
this was gonna
I had to
be.
say that he just ran up into the room and sliced the dude's head off.
VAXY. VXAY. VXAY.
December 13th,
Hey, how that?
1947. Dear Diary,
VXAY.
I'll be gone soon, but I wanted to tell somebody about what's gonna happen. It started
Alright,
when
your
Mom
boy's here.
sent me to bed without dinner.
Stuff alone.
I woke up and I was starving, so I looked around.
Usually
for
I'm red because I got the
something to eat.
horns on.
The
Started.
cheerful food was dry, but I
Is this
didn't
two
mind.
murderers? Oh no, it's one imposter.
My Halloween candy was all gone. Mom, can I come out now?
Sweetheart, it's late. Go to sleep.
Missing video.
Mom, I'm starving. I'm hungry.
Evan, what you doing, buddy?
Is this what you guys have to deal with all the time? You Robon, you actually scared me.
I thought about
Then I sit out.
I was an
It was
owl
light green?
first. All I heard was
Robon, what can I name ourselves?
then I heard little teeth nibbling.
Bastard. With the capital I. So we can trick some people.
So in 2021.
And then just follow me, okay?
Rabbits.
Did you quit out of the game, LeBron? Hey, LeBron. LeBron!
I imagined
Yeah.
his face
Did
looking
you
up
put it out of
and
the game?
seeing mine through my talons.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
swallowed him up,
Name yourself
and
imposter.
I didn't chew one bit.
Have no hat on.
Then I flew off to find something bigger.
YZIP.
A mama rabbit.
Hold up, someone, I think mom just said, yeah, like, you text me real fast.
She was almost too big to carry. I started choking, but I couldn't stop eating. And suddenly, I was a shark.
Okay, now I'm hopping back on, okay?
Okay. Name yourself imposter. And then the code is YZIP.
I rolled off a cliff and into the ocean. Now, I was hungrier than ever. I wanted fat, juicy seals.
Or
YZIP. Oh, imposter? IMPOSTER.
okay, yeah, then I have it right.
Grabbed on
Oh, what was the
tight.
code again?
When I was so hungry, I jumped out of the water.
Okay.
When I opened my eyes, everything had changed.
And then have your hat off, you said?
Okay. Oh no, why'd you name yourself imposter 1?
I didn't put one. It put one for me.
Oh
And
no!
I smelled people everywhere.
What?
You know what? It might still work. It might still work. Come up here,
Yeah?
and then try blending in with me. Move up.
I did it right.
I was big, but I moved real quiet.
Is it working or no?
I think it might work.
So what is this supposed to do?
It's supposed to
You
trick
wanna
them.
take it? You wanna take off the hat?
Yeah, take off the hat. So if the murderer comes up behind us and kills one of us.
I wanted to stop you, but also I didn't.
Okay, follow me.
The boy's kind of following us a little bit too much.
Okay, come over here. Up here on me.
Hold on. Getting past the first. What? I think they're gonna get on us. Oh, Pat died?
Nah, he wrecked.
Oh, what the freak? Oh, really? What did it touch?
After the last passenger, I was still hungry. And to cross the water, I smelled something more.
Just skip that.
Something I had to have, so I swam towards it. I slithered onto the sand, and the good smell went into an old pipe.
No, ah. Stay right there. Right there.
But it's not going to be much longer.
Edith Finch.
We both know I will be delicious.
Should we do this in a different room? Like in security room?
No. Stay right here. This is perfect. The imposter's gonna come in here and be like, hee.
I'm not sure if I believed all of that, but I'm sure Edie would have.
Bum bum ba-dum 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 ba-da-da-da-dum ba-dum ba-dum bum. Ah, fuck.
This will be obvious later, but
What color are
my
you
mom
again?
never told me any of these stories. Edie would have.
Red.
but
Me and Red were
likely
together.
in the past. Though, when we adopted a stray kitten, she was the one who named it Molly. I spent a lot of time in Great Grandma Edie's room. One
Skip
summer,
vote?
they evacuated the island, but Edie refused to go.
Don't know yet.
For a few weeks,
But they kicked
she
me.
was a celebrity.
I'm
I
waiting
hadn't
for one
thought of
person here.
myself as Edith Jr. for a long, long time. Edie
Wagner
gave a big
self-report.
interview about a mole man living under the Finch house. My mom was furious. When Edie told people
If he
Sven was
self-report,
killed by a
if he does it
dragon,
more than once and he
she could also
finds
have
the
said
body
he was
again,
building
yeah,
a
that's
dragon-shaped
him.
slide that collapsed. She could have, but she didn't.
My English very suck.
Even in her 90s, sometimes Edie seemed a lot younger than my mother.
What's Green's name?
Wagner.
Oh. Kick him.
He got disconnected.
No one was ejected into space. One
The only
imposter.
trace
Yeah, he was
Grandpa
an
Sam's
imposter.
first wife Kay left on the house was
No,
the
there
pink
was only one
bathroom.
imposter. Follow me.
But
Call
did
me.
you go?
It was a pretty big trace.
Are you in medbay?
Yeah. Okay.
Her room was like a museum. For 500 years,
come up
the
here?
Finches have been famous throughout Norway for their fortune
There we go.
and misfortune.
There we go.
Odin Finch buries the latest victims of the family curse. His wife Ingeborg
Come on,
and their
someone
newborn
come
son,
down to medbay.
Johan.
Oh shit.
On January 7th, 1937, he set sail with his family and his house, hoping to leave the curse behind. But 40-foot waves off the coast of Washington send the house and Odin to the bottom of the sea. Odin's daughter Edie, with husband Sven and baby Molly, step ashore on their new home, Orcas Island. Odin Finch is the first to be buried in the new family cemetery. His daughter Edie is already dreaming of a new Finch house.
Come on.
Whatever's wrong with this family,
Get the lights back
it goes
on,
back
people.
a long ways.
How is it that hard to turn on lights?
I don't think they're paying attention to it. I think they're just doing their.
No. So it wasn't Wagner.
Isn't in the cupboard. It's hidden in this book. Sven gave
Did you
Sam
vote
an old
him?
camera he'd refurbished.
Yeah, I think it's catfish.
He never put it down.
Baba!
Do you have a viewer? See? You have a viewer?
I know it. I knew it. I knew it.
What? Hi.
You're so fucking screwed.
Not me. What's in?
I'm going down to fix the lights.
I knew Grandpa Sam had a twin. And that he never talked about him.
Hi, Morgan.
The bone.
I guess my grandpa didn't like history any more than my mom did.
The bone. It's brown.
How I Want to Remember My Brother by Sam Finch. The thing I remember is that when he made up his
The
mind,
bone.
that was it.
The bone, do you hear me?
My brother said he'd die before he ate another mushroom. And he did.
Hello?
The bone.
Evan.
At
brown.
Barbara's funeral, he
It's
swore
brown.
he'd
Hello?
never be afraid again.
Okay.
And he wasn't. I think
What's
Calvin
an uppy?
always wanted to fly.
Ooh. To be honest, I thought it was the neck.
I thought it was catfish too.
But that day, he
But it
finally
wasn't.
made up his mind to do it. I told him going around was impossible. Maybe if I hadn't said that.
Okay, we're gonna leave this lobby.
Maybe if the wind hadn't picked up.
Actually,
then
did
maybe
you leave
I'd
that?
still be here.
Tell me you
But I
didn't.
doubt it. I think he'd already made
Actually, yeah, leave it, hold on. I'm gonna find a new one.
That's what I want to remember about my brother.
Okay. GGIM. Never mind, that's fucking fast as hell.
The day he made it to 95.
Oh shit, I have to
He
go.
did.
Sorry, LeBron.
Wait a minute.
I'm about to meet my friends on PC. I'll talk to you guys later.
Well, if you have room, invite me.
Okay.
Just ask them
Calvin's
first,
story
though.
felt strange.
Hold on. Let me
When I was
give you
younger,
the
I
channel
remember
name.
trying to do the exact same thing.
Yesterday, library. Oh my god, library.
After the funeral, Edie roped off Calvin's half of the room.
Mom said Grandpa Sam enlisted at 18 and never set foot in the room again.
Okay. I'm gonna share his channel for it to you. Copy link. Paste. And just in case that doesn't lead you anywhere,
The
his
passages
YouTube
were a
channel
pretty
is
tight fit.
it's drama.
They'd obviously been built for smaller hands and bellies.
Okay?
Yeah.
Yeah. See you later.
Alright.
Growing up, I always thought of Barbara as a child star. I never thought about how hard it must have been for her afterwards. Of all the stories people wrote about Barbara's death, I'm surprised Edie saved this one.
Old Jack here with another ghastly tale inspired by America's most unfortunate family. I'm calling it The Surprise Ending of Barbara Finch. As a child star, Barbara was famous for her scream. Now at 16, she was all washed up. A has-been. But in a lucky break, she'd been asked to perform her signature scream at a local convention for monster movie fans. It was just the boost her career needed. Unfortunately, her scream hadn't aged well.
Getting better. I think you just need the right motivation.
Her biggest fan and current boyfriend, Rick, was about to demonstrate when...
Now that was a great scream.
It was Barbara's father, Sven. He'd slipped into a table saw and had to be rushed to the emergency room. So Barbara got stuck babysitting her youngest brother, Walter. Her convention comeback was cancelled.
Okay, I'm hearing frustration, but I'm not hearing terror. What if I tried...
A gang of hoodlums in Halloween masks have been terrorizing Orcas Island tonight. Police are urging residents to...
That came from the basement.
You're right! Also, I loved your delivery on that. Why is your basement door locked?
Because my dad likes making puzzles in secret passages. There's a key hidden in the music box. The secret is keep winding and winding until finally the key pops out.
Thanks, babe. I'll be back in a sec.
20 minutes later, Rick hadn't returned. So Barbara went to look for him, right on cue. She reached for the music box. the key. She listened for Rick, but the house was silent. She found Rick's clutch and imagined the worst.
Hookman killer, Dr. Carl Hamill, who impaled and then ate his family 10 years ago tonight.
The old fridge rattled and grew still.
Oh dear! Rick?
Barb, relax. I was just trying to scare you to help you find your scream.
Well, I'm not scared, Rick. I'm furious.
Then act furious. All I'm getting from you now is that you're hurt and confused and you...
She threw him out, but she kept a little something to remember him by.
Barb, have you seen my other crutch?
And she was so hungry, and she fell asleep watching the late picture show. Hours later...
Barbara! Walter, what's going on up there? Okay, I'm coming up. This is a trick. Dead.
Walter had vanished, but his bedside radio was still on.
Orcas Island police describe the man as 6 feet tall, with a steel hook for a hand. Residents are urged to lock all doors and windows and notify the police of any suspicious activity.
Barbara turned, saw the hook man, and was speechless. He was quite smashing. He couldn't get enough of Barbara.
Okay, Barbara, there's gotta be another way out of here.
It's nice opening up wax containers and surprise there's wax in them. Not like one little half dab, because for like 2 weeks that's all we had. There's 19 containers with not even a half a gram among them. She'd love to. This sounds like BTS song that's about to get crazy in here. He's about to get crazy. That sounds like the beat. She said she'd love to, remember?
He was boxed in. And still they could edit places.
Love to, remember?
He was boxed in. And still they could edit places and still kill me. Like he's to be like the seed for the world.
Listen to his but all he heard was...
Fucking wannabe space whiz. Imagine
from inside the house.
Imagine being a failure in life.
You were wonderful. The monsters had come to surprise her. For Barbara, it was a dream come true. Then she saw what kind of monsters they were, and she realized what was about to happen.
What happened?
Putting him on this for a bit because he's streaming Fortnite and Fall Guys right now.
Barbara Finch gave the performance.
Ask Sarah if she wants to get on.
Sarah, you trying to get on? Hello? You don't know? Cause we're in the Among Us thing right now. Yeah, we're in the Discord right now.
So did her fans. Of course, the police blamed it all on poor Rick. He disappeared. Hiding underneath the whole time. Stupid nature.
Hello? There we go.
Oh, your phone's ringing.
That's the part of the whole thing.
See, she's not listening to us.
She never does.
Dear, you said you'd love to.
Edie told me all Barbara wanted was to be remembered, as absurd as that comic was.
You remember?
Maybe what Edie saw was a happy
I can
ending.
go back on your live broadcast to show you. Stop! Can you hear me? Go to hell! I'll take out the trash!
My phone's glitching out a little bit. Hold
now
on.
I know
You know
why
that like how
Mom
it
played
flashes
the
on and
music
off.
To go to the trash can rather than try and lug him over there. Take out the trash. Oh.
Hello?
That's rude.
Funny. There's Max, my friend. I consider Max my friend. I know.
Oh, two.
But when I needed weed, yeah, he gave me stuff.
Let me just load back into Among Us because my screen was flashing on and
All those
off.
times I typed the music box and never wrote down the
Every
key.
time that I hooked him up, and even before that, he's brought me over stuff, so he's a weed friend.
I'm pregnant. Stop it!
Mom said the basement was off limits, unless I wanted another tetanus shot. I saw Edie sneak down to the basement once, carrying packages. I thought maybe she was hiding presents. It turned out she was hiding a lot more than that. I remember asking Mom once about where Walter had gone. She said after Barbara died, he got as far away as he could. If there's a pattern in all these stories, I think it's that none of us has gotten very far.
Goodbye, everyone. I can't believe I've been down here for 3
What?
years.
You okay, homie?
On that first day, after the shaking started, I didn't think I'd survive the week.
What are you?
days, I settled into a routine. That's what kept me sane.
Oh, I forgot changing my name.
Having a schedule.
Oh,
Ready for today.
Yeah.
I just told you the whole story.
I was expected to be dead tomorrow.
Your mom. Here, is that you?
No. Just I.
Here.
Even a monster
What?
on the other side of a door.
Are you in our game or
starts to
no?
feel normal.
No.
Oh, that's
Yes.
right, because it says your mom.
And then one day, everything just
Like how Skull said, lemons, aren't you supposed to be yellow?
stopped. Whatever that thing was, it was gone. Maybe it got tired of waiting. Or maybe I just got tired of being afraid.
If we start now, then we're gonna have to load off people.
We're gonna have people leaving.
It's been a week now, the longest in 30 years.
If we had a whole bunch of people, it'd
I'm
be
done
fun, like
waiting.
crazy.
I have to leave. Well, I still can.
I came up and said, "What's up, bitch?"
I know it's
And I
out there
said,
somewhere.
"Not much, bitch."
Whatever killed Barbara.
Will you stop oohing?
There was a lot.
What the heck just happened?
Maybe this is all a mistake.
I'm in the shield room.
But I
I'm in
need
the
to
shield
stop
room
living
right
the
now.
same day. Even if it kills me.
Only person I saw go down was yellow and red, but
Whatever's out there, I want you to know I'm ready for it.
I was in shield room.
I'm going to appreciate all of it, especially the food.
Stop it. Hooker.
I don't mind.
Hey, are you African? You got African American feet. They're black.
For a month,
You got reverse black people
for a
feet.
single week,
There's a white on the bottom. Here's a
I'd be
black.
happy with
Go
one.
away.
I can already imagine the sun on my face.
Ah, he was hit by a train.
5 glacier punches or 5 Bushiga punches.
5 deaths.
No, you got one of the two, or I get a pick.
Walter died when I was 6.
Good. Okay.
I can't believe my mom never told me he
The
was
glacier drops.
talented.
Boom.
I'm sure my mom was trying to protect me.
Boom.
But you're pregnant now. You're going to have a child at 17.
That doesn't sound good.
No, it's not good. She has to move throughout this entire house,
Not
which is...
you. I don't want to get glacier punched.
She don't want to get glacier punched.
Glacier punch. Do it.
No, I showed her what it was.
But if she
though.
never told me about an uncle under the house, I can only imagine.
See?
how
It's like
much
slow moving glacier. It also.
I don't want to
It
make the
breaks
same
it.
mistakes she made. Trying to bury something that's still alive.
Machine gun puncher.
Yeah, that one's not bad.
It tickles.
Now that there's only one of us left,
now.
Or maybe 2. I thought it was time I heard the stories for myself. And found out what happened to everyone else. But now I'm worried the stories themselves might be the problem. Maybe we believed so much in a family curse, we made it real. I don't know if I should even be writing this. Maybe it'd be better if all this just died with me. But I thought you should know about your family. and the history you're a part of. Though to be honest, I feel as lost as you probably do right now. I think the people in these stories believed them, for what that's worth. And when you look at the house, that history of imagination and stubbornness and madness, any of it seems possible. I think we've been surrounded by death for so long, we've just gotten used to it. What kind of family finishes building a cemetery before starting the house?
Oh my.
It's embarrassing for me to admit this, but the pet cemetery made me more uncomfortable than the human one. 3 of the gerbils are mine, 2 had been my fault. Sven built the house, but it was Edie who designed the cemetery.
Oh, that's cute.
I'm sure Odin's monument had been Edie's idea. My mom was always trying to move on, but for Edie, the past never went away. She could see it poking out of the water at low tide. Edie said she dreamed about the old house every night. Edie's side was always easier for me to understand. But the older I get, the more I can see where my mom was coming from. Her dad had been pretty strict, but it wasn't enough to save her brothers. She was just trying to do better. She lost 2 of her brothers, just like I did. I get why she tried so hard to protect us.
so many things I wish I could ask my mom now. Part of me thinks this is what she wanted all along. For me to come back someday and find everything out for myself. But looking back on it now, if she told me there was going to be so much climbing, I never would have come when I was 22 weeks pregnant. I never met Grandpa Sam, but I think he and my mom had a lot in common. They were both pretty intense.
Dawn, I promise, you'll never forget this weekend.
Yes, sir.
These memories are gonna last a lifetime.
Hmm?
Perfect.
Am I gonna have to shoot anything? It's gonna rain the whole weekend, isn't it? I will never forget this weekend, Dad.
That's the spirit. Okay, got it.
I'm gonna take some pictures, okay?
Just be careful. The camera's older than you are.
Aw. You're right, Dad. It's starting to clear up. Still freezing, though.
Definitely should not have drunk all that coffee. Hey!
That's a keeper. Hold still while I take a picture of you.
I'm just saying, I'm not always gonna be here, Dawn. You'll need to remember this stuff, if you want to survive.
I'll be fine, Dad.
You know who else thought he was gonna be fine?
Some guy who died.
Dawn, I'm being serious.
I know, Dad. You're always serious. Doesn't being out here make you want to chill out?
To tell you the truth, I haven't been out here in 20 years. Last time I was with my brother Calvin. Man, that was a great trip. Your grandpa Sven taught us how to fish, how to build a fire.
Hello? Yeah?
We found an old logging
Yeah.
trail with deer everywhere.
What?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Did you hear me last time? I know.
I bet if I could remember where that trail was,
No.
we'd spot a buck for you.
Dad!
Good eyes, Dawn. Before you take the shot, let me get a picture of you.
Dad, I...
Just breathe. Let me get you.
I hate you, Evan. I honestly hate you.
Dawn.
I want to kill you. Like, Evan freaking lied.
Great
so
shot,
bad.
Dawn.
Bro, I thought my task was over and dude freaking snapped my neck.
I'm proud of you, Dawn. Always remember that, okay?
I knew you were gonna... watching you, like, closely.
Dad, it's twitching. I think
That's
it's...
totally normal, Doc. Just focus on the camera.
And then I was over here on the long cast. I was over here on the long cast, like, freaking trying to do everything. But no. I knew it was Evan again. I gave him the benefit of the doubt, and I was like, okay, it's not him.
Of all these stories, that's the one I wish most that my mom had told me.
Okay, we need one more. There we go.
Instead of hiding from death, Sam seemed to go out of his way to meet it.
I feel too bad. Hey Sierra.
Yeah.
I love you.
Love you too.
Why are you trying to ground me for?
No.
You said that you were.
I didn't ground you. I didn't ground you.
You said I
After
didn't
Sam
ground
died,
you.
my mom and Edie got really close. They'd both lost a lot.
Hey. The funniest thing that I heard in this story was she said that she would have came sooner if she knew that there was so much climbing. But she's 22 weeks pregnant.
Dear Kay,
Confidential.
do you remember the way Gregory used to laugh when he thought he was alone? Like something funny was happening, but only he could see it.
I
think he saw things the rest of us don't.
Go. Reactor meltdown. Go.
What the hell? Oh, that's fucking alright.
I swear to God, Evan, if it's you again, I swear to freaking God. Yeah, but it's only 2 people, I swear to God.
Hello?
I was in weapons room.
Sam, I told you I don't want to talk right now.
Sam, I was in storage. I saw Skull. I was on Skull at that time.
He was in security, so he could see in the cameras, so we don't know what happened. I don't know if we should skip the vote or try it.
Lost in his
I think we should skip vote.
Okay, I'm skipping vote. I have a feeling it's y'all two. I have a very good feeling. Oh God. They wanted to kick that dude out. Oh, why did he self-vote himself?
I don't know.
Inside the suit we live in.
But I'm worried about the baby being too happy. But I can feel him slipping away.
Sorry about that, Gregory.
I know you did everything you could. Maybe if I hadn't called that night. I wish you could have told us about the world we saw. There's so much I don't understand about Gregory, about everything. know what happened wasn't your fault. I'm sure he's happy. He'd want you to be happy too. Good luck, Kay. Love, Sam.
A poem for Gus, who always said the wedding was a bad idea. Our father never hit us kids, at least not very hard, before the day my brother said with teenage disregard that he'd be dead before he'd see a wedding in our yard. My father made him come, of course, but Gus stood far apart, just flew his kite and bottled up the storm in his head.
Twice. That's fucking suspicious, man.
I tried to talk him out of it, but though he'd never met me, we don't need a stepmom, were the words that I
now pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss the bride.
When the time for photos came, Dad ordered him to come here. Gus declined, and as a sign held up his middle finger.
I knew it was my ball, because I was running to the freaking report thing, and as soon as I ran to it, he got me. I watched him jump out of a vent.
And panicked geese appeared and quickly went.
It wouldn't give it to me.
But all the humans did that day was one
I tried doing my big tasks. Let Green do the work. Because I knew if I killed someone, one of you two would have suspected it was me.
Rain came down.
I kinda did, because you kept on following my ball.
That nature might destroy the tent our dad had crudely made.
Every time I seen you, I seen my ball.
My ball was on my team. Yeah.
Thunder sounded much too close and full of angry power.
Bro, I was running to the thing.
Make the
I
music
seen him
louder.
jump out of a vent.
Alright, let's start this puppy up.
There's only gonna be one killer.
I know.
I wish that I could truly say I thought about you on that day. Out there on the beach alone, just you, the wind, the sea, and foam. But I didn't. Until we found you.
She never talked about him, but Mom told me once if I was a boy, they were going to name me Gus.
Is my name Dawn? I don't think so.
I'm sorry, Ben.
My mom
Is
moved
that
out
what?
the loft after her brothers died. At the time, it was as far away as she could get.
Oh, here comes the glitching thing.
She spent a summer building houses in Calcutta, where she met my dad, Sanjay. My mom moved to India a week after graduation and got a job teaching English. Religion was another thing my mom never talked about.
but I think it helped her a lot after her dad died. Louis was born a year later. When my dad died, I don't think Mom knew where else to go. I'm sure Edie was happy to have her back. The house had to get a little bigger, but Edie was used to that.
What happened?
And for a while, things were good.
Bro, sorry, I had to log back. I don't get it, cause I don't know how you seen me.
The beginning of the end was Milton's 10th birthday, when Edie gave him a castle.
Y'all know what's funny?
After Milton disappeared,
I killed 2 more people because I jumped out of the vent on them. I killed Skull. Then I killed another dude. I was doing a task. I faked did a task right next to him, and then I seen you at last minute when I jumped out of the vent.
Milton Finch in The Magic Paintbrush.
Hello? Evan. Yo, well, my thing messed up. Discord's just acting a little bit buggy. After that match, I called it. So what? Yeah, what's name? I glitched out.
I was 4 when Milton disappeared. Mom spent months searching for my brother. Then she sealed the doors.
On what?
Am I supposed to kill it?
Whatever Milton had found in the house, Mom didn't want it getting out.
Yeah, what hop on Minecraft, but I'll have to make it. No.
Mom definitely blamed Edie, but I think Louis blamed himself. After he graduated, he just spent more and more time in his room. Until Mom got him a job at the cannery.
Hello?
Hi.
Hi.
Lewis's room
Probably
smelled
good.
very, very familiar. That part of him lived on.
No,
Yeah.
no, you're not supposed to go back out. I just wanted to turn around.
I'll play back on Rambo.
Okay.
Probably watch some YouTube. So.
Lewis and I spent a lot of time playing games together, but he was surprisingly bad at them. He died a lot.
Dear Mrs. Finch, as Lewis's psychiatrist, I can understand your desire for an explanation. As I see it, the trouble began in January, shortly after we convinced your son to seek treatment for substance abuse. Newly sober, I believe Lewis first noticed the monotony of his daily life. He kept working at the cannery. But he withdrew part of himself. In our sessions, I saw the same behavior. His mind began to wander. I asked him to describe it. He said he started small, imagining a labyrinth. He'd feel his way about, then something moved. Bats. And toads. And things that have not names. He knew it was all in his head. He took it very seriously. I had hoped he'd find himself. But he found something more. I worried about him then. Daydreaming at the cannery. Had become a model employee. Methodical, tireless, focused. A whole new Lewis. So I let him go on. I even encouraged him. It seemed very promising at first. He held an election for mayor. And he won. They begged him to stay, but his mind was already wandering.
This week is gonna be like school.
It became a game. New Louisville. St. Louis.
Okay, there we go.
We started drifting away from our reality. Minneapolis, until one day he forgot to go home from the cannery. Even as his mother pleaded with him, part of Lewis kept sailing on. In Lewisburg, he heard rumors of a handsome queen. The queen was on her own quest for sinister serpents. He followed the sound of her silver harp. His chase led him to a golden palace east of the sun and west of the moon. Even then, his logic remained sound. He knew the world was all in his imagination. But he was so proud of having created it. In his own eyes, he'd become something greater than a king. For someone who'd never known success in the real world, I think it was overwhelming. And then it struck him that the real Louis was not the one chopping salmon, but the one climbing the steps of a golden palace. My imagination is as real as my body, he told me. It was hard to argue with him. Began to forget the world we know. I think it pained him to remember Louis, the cannery worker. He began to despise the man with a royal contempt. I still thought I could save him. Even after he said he was being crowned king over all the lands of wonder. The palace would be packed with his companions. Including the wise Calico who insisted on advising him. Queen waited, holding his crown. There was only one thing left to do. Bend down his head. I think you know. Mrs. Finch, your son was a kind man who will be missed by all of us who knew him.
My brother was really cool. I wish you could have met him. On the way back from Lewis's funeral, my mom told me to start packing. She waited until the day before we left to tell Edie. I'm not sure if she wanted to make it easier or harder. I wish we'd stayed. But I understand why we left. My mom ended up leaving everything behind. What happened that night had been coming for a long time. Maybe it should have come sooner. But it had to end one way or another. All that's left now is to tell you about that last night. That whole last day, Edie just watched us pack and didn't say a word. Until supper, when she raised her glass and said,
"To our final night together, and all our final nights apart."
Grandma, you know what I said about alcohol. Some of your medications are very
Edith,
specific.
I left a present for you in the hallway. Why don't you go open it? The grown-ups have to argue now.
I'm sorry, you're right. We're all leaving tomorrow. Let's just enjoy our last...
I'm not leaving.
Edith, you're excused.
Water.
My children are dead because of your stories. I think it's best if Edith and I leave tonight. We'll have the nursing home send a van for you in the morning. Okay?
Dear Edith, there's so many stories I wish I could tell you, but there's only time for one. This is about what happened on the night you were born. That night, the tide went way, way out. It was the first and last time I ever saw the old house aground. There'd been an earthquake out in the middle of the ocean. They called it the lowest tide in 1,000 years. God, it smelled awful. No, I've seen that house every day of my life. But I never thought I'd go back to it. When the fog rolled in, I lost my way. I got turned around. For a while, I wondered. I started seeing things. Things I'd forgotten had ever existed. But when I saw them, they felt like old friends. That night, a lot of things came back to me. Or maybe I came back to them. things I can't explain, but that I need you to try and...
Edith, what are you doing in here?
It's mine.
Edith!
Mom, you're gonna rip it! Let go! I kicked and screamed, but Mom dragged me to the car. I never saw Great-Grandma Edie again. The next morning, the band came to pick her up, but she was already gone. After that, we moved around a lot. We both tried to make the best of it. A few years went by. My mom didn't like to talk about it, but she started getting sick a lot. The rest happened pretty quickly. She got better for a while, and then she didn't. And then I was alone. The last Finch left alive. Until I found out about you. I'm still not sure what to tell you about all this. If we lived forever, maybe we'd have time to understand things. But as it is, I think the best we can do is try to open our eyes. And appreciate how strange and brief all of this is. This journal was supposed to be for you. But now I hope you'll never see it. I just want to meet you and tell you all these stories myself. But I guess if you're reading this now, things didn't work out that way. This is where your story begins. I'm sorry I won't be there to see it. It's a lot to ask, but I don't want you to be sad that I'm gone. I want you to be amazed that any of us ever had a chance to be here at all. Good luck.